Hello, everybody. I'm your host, Derek Bird, here at StopStrugglingNow.com. And today, we're going to talk about repairing your credit. That's right, 3 credit bureaus that you need to freeze immediately before you try to dispute anything on your actual credit reports. I get this asked a lot, so we're going to talk about it today. So you know how we do this. Tifosi Optics. Check. Stop Struggling Now gear. Check. Go to StopStrugglingNow.com website. CSSN merchandise, please. And welcome. And please like, subscribe, and click the bell below so you get the latest updates. Now, let's get to it. All right, welcome back. So we're going to start here, as usual, on the YouTube Stop Struggling Now channel page. And as you can see, I'm very proud and very happy that due to your support, that they have given us a join button for a membership. And if you are part of the membership, you get special messages sent on the community tab here, as you can see. And member-only correspondence, member-only videos can occur, member-only info, something you might know before other people will find out about it. Like, for instance, this video I'm about to produce, members already knew it was coming. Some stocks that I purchased today, members already know about. A few other things like that. If you want to join and be a supporter and beyond, that would be awesome. And in the meantime, let's get down to business, because everybody is trying to repair their credit and may need to repair their credit in the future due to this credit crunch that's about to occur. A lot of people have not been making their car payments. A lot of people are going to not make their house payments and credit card payments and things like that. So a lot of people, when they do I'm going to do my credit repair, and if you missed the previous video I ever made, I made 2 videos on how to repair your credit yourself for free, and I do have sample letters to get items removed from your credit report. And if you want a sample dispute letter, please send me a message to Eric at StopStrugglingNow.com, and I'll make it happen for you. There's no charge whatsoever. So again, I'll put a link down in the description to where you can see a previous video on how I talk about doing your own credit repair. But what happens, most people want the letters. And then some people ask me, is there some other things that I should be doing? And then when I send the letters, sometimes I tell people you need to freeze 3 other accounts. The Lexis Nexis, the Innovis, and the Lexis Nexis, Innovis, who am I missing? SageStream. So then after I say that, then I get a message back, well, how do I do it? And I figured everybody would just go to SageStream, LexisNexis, and Innovis and figure it out that way. Well, they have changed their websites a little bit, so things aren't cut and dry. They used to have on their security freeze or opt-in, opt-out used to be on the home page and you could just see it. Now they're kind of hiding it. Like I said, credit bureaus are not trying to help you. So first things first, because we all learned something new. A person was asking me about AU trade lines, how to dispute their credit, a subscriber, and then he sent me over asking me about idispute.org. And here is, as you can see, the letter I, then the word dispute.org. And these are people that actually have legal documents to try to help you. So for instance, I'll scroll down and you can see most popular documents. Number 1, credit bureau credit freeze, debt collector dispute, because first you need to freeze those 3 I mentioned plus others. Then that's when you send in the letters for the debt collector dispute. And then, of course, they start going down to their top 8: eviction notice, power of attorney, divorce agreement, promissory note, employment agreement. So idispute.org actually has forms to help you out. Now, I'm going to show you here on the screen that they do charge. Even though they show, like here is the check systems. A lot of you have emailed me from time to time and said, hey Eric, what about check systems? Yes, you can do a freeze on check systems. So therefore, if you have a problem with check systems, you can get, when banks try to find out information, it bounces back saying, well, they can't check. So they have no way. So either they'll not allow you to open a bank account, or they'll allow you to open a bank account, because either way they couldn't check with check systems if you had any problems with them. So with them, they charge, as you can see here on the screen, $85. So you can get all 8. That isn't just for one, this is for all 8. So now you know why credit repair agencies charge, while most people charge to do anything with credit repair, because it does take your time, energy, effort, mailing, response time from credit bureaus are anywhere from 30 to 45 days back just for them to tell you things are verified. Then you have to keep going with another letter, and that's why I give out the 3 dispute letters for free. So those are the kind of things that you have to think about. Now, without further ado, let's get down to the business at hand with the SageStream, LexisNexis, and Innovis, because a lot of people keep asking me about it. And I'm going to have a link down below to each one of these credit bureaus. And I just wanted to show people that this is all you have to do. It's not like very complicated. So when you go to SageStream, you can see right here, I'm on their security freeze page. And just so you understand, let's say you have a bankruptcy and it's on your credit report, and you're trying to get that removed from your credit report. Well, SageStream and LexisNexis, those guys try to house that information. And so that's why you put up a freeze, so therefore they can't really check it. They're going to have to figure out a different way, go down to the courthouse or have some sort of connection where they can actually physically pull this stuff up. So it makes it a little harder to get this done within 30 days, and this is how you get things removed. So as you can see, we're here with SageStream. I'll have a link down below exactly to this page. And as you can see, halfway down, security freeze for yourself. You don't have to pay anybody. You just come over here and either one, submit your request online by completing the form. And I guess I'll go with the form, because the bottom line is you're going to need your driver's license, and you're going to need your social security card, most likely. As you can see, it's just simple. Name, address, date of birth, social security number, and that's pretty much it. Now you see down here at the bottom, documents. And as you can see, social security card, US passport picture, alien registration, military ID. So one of these is in category 1, attach. Number 2, now they're asking for recent cable, utility, telephone statement with your name and current mailing address. The same address that you have up top of this form, or any one of these. And for people on podcasts, voided personal check, rental lease agreement, bank of credit card statement, mortgage statement, W-2 tax form, and all of these have to show your current address that you claim that you live at and need your security freeze to be on, or the address that's on your credit file. It needs to match up. Okay? So those are the 2 items, 2 different categories, and both of these are going to have to be uploaded. And then you're going to get a PIN number. You submit it, and in a few days they should, well, actually SageStream takes like 7 to 10 days, but maybe they do quicker now. But that's the first way to do it. The second way, submit a written request by secured fax. So you can send a fax or a letter to SageStream. SageStream office address is SageStream LLC, Consumer Office, P.O. Box 503793, San Diego, California 92150. So either you can fax it in or mail it in, and you're going to have to send in the same thing. The letter's going to have to include basically just what's on the security freeze request form. You're going to have to request, I would like this to be security frozen or freeze. I'd like to request a security freeze. And you're going to have to include first name, middle name, last name, address, phone number, social security number, date of birth, and you're going to have to give up your ID cards. You're going to have to send in your driver's license, a copy, and your social security card, copy. That's what it's going to have to say. So as you can see, in the same category twos, you're going to have to send in your letter that we mentioned before, mortgage statement, W-2 statement, notarized letter, rental lease agreement showing current address, bank or credit card statement with current address, recent cable bills, utility or telephone bill with current mailing address. All those match up, you can send the letter in that way and or fax it in. It's that simple. Last but not least, they have number 3, you can call. In the past, when you called, they would still want you to submit these forms. You can try it now. It's a different era. I haven't done anything this year in the last 3 or 4 months, so I don't know if they've changed. But generally, I've always mailed it in and always mailed it with either priority mail or some sort of tracking service so you know when they receive it. So therefore, you keep track. And I suggest you write it down for everything. You put down, I sent something to SageStream May 5th. I sent something to whoever, whether it's whatever credit bureau it is, you write it down what you sent them. So then when the 30 to 45 days later, when something comes back, you don't have to worry about keeping track of what that letter was for. So when you get something back, once you start disputing and you get something back from TransUnion, you can sit there and go, okay, this is the last thing that I sent to TransUnion. Then when something comes from Experian, you can say this is the last thing, and you keep track of what was removed. It makes it a lot easier if you write it down versus when they send you letters saying this was removed, that wasn't, and you lose track. So just keep in mind, this is a business. You're CEO of your life. You're taking responsibility, so act like it. So everything should be documented so that way you can always reference it. So then if there's ever any other dispute that comes along, you can always say, hey, this is what I did, Your Honor. This is what they sent back, Your Honor. This is why I'm suing them, Your Honor. This is why I want some cash, Your Honor. You follow what I'm saying? They've hurt me and my ability to obtain credit. I'm just saying if it goes down that path, you have documentation. So let's get on to the next one. Innovis. Innovis, you can call in. That's one. Innovis and LexisNexis generally are easier. You can call in, and as you can see here, I'll have a link down below again for the Innovis security freeze. And you can come here. You can do it online. They have their online form. You can make a phone call, or you can mail something in. And again, security freeze. There's one thing that you should understand about a security freeze. On the LexisNexis, Innovis, and SageStream, having a security freeze on them blocks the main 3 credit bureaus from being able to get their information from these guys and then just send you back something going that's verified. They didn't show you anything that has your signature on there that's approved, whereby it should be on your credit report. They're not saying you anything. They're just saying it's verified, so we're leaving it on there. And again, keep in mind, credit bureaus have a reason to keep it on there. They get paid from the lenders. They're getting paid from collection agencies. They're getting paid from a lot of people who are against you. They need your score lower to charge you a higher interest rate. So all I'm trying to say is this is different than freezing the top 3, Equifax, TransUnion, and Experian. You don't want to security freeze those when you are trying to get new credit. So in other words, you can still freeze SageStream, Innovis, LexisNexis, but do not freeze the other 3, and you can still send in dispute letters and still obtain new credit. The problem comes in with when you freeze the big 3, Equifax, TransUnion, Experian, and then somebody does a hard inquiry while you're trying to acquire credit, they can't check your credit, so then you're going to get denied. So that's why you don't ever freeze those unless you're legitimately freezing those because of fraud or whatever, because once you freeze those accounts, they're thinking it might be because of fraud, and you're sitting there going, no, it's just frozen because I didn't want anybody to have access unless I want them to. That's fine, But keep in mind, they don't know if you're the scammer or the person trying to get access to somebody's account. That's what I'm trying to say. So all I'm saying is you can do both. You can clean your credit and obtain new credit as long as you don't put security freezes on the big three. You put security freezes on these guys, the ones here, Innovis, LexisNexis, and SageStream. So you see, Innovis is simple. You don't have nothing to worry about there. Nice and easy, nothing crazy. And then we go to LexisNexis, and LexisNexis is hidden. So here you can see this consumer opt-out, reports, data access requests. They got all kind of stuff. But here, when you look at the drop-down menu, I'll have this exact page. And they're calling it Public Records Product Suppression Policy and Process, commonly referred to as opt-out. So this is how you opt out. And now they're telling you here's the documents that they want required for suppression requests. And you mail it in here. LexisNexis Individual Request for Information Suppression, P.O. Box 933, Dayton, Dayton as in Nancy, Ohio 45401. You can mail it in or click here to submit your suppression request as set forth above. So I'll just go one step further. Click here, and as you can see, it's a simple LexisNexis opt-out form. Welcome. And that's how you're telling them you're opting out. Okay? It's that simple. And again, you can do it online or you can mail it in, however you prefer. They're pretty easy. I used to call them up and do it online, and they'll send you back confirmation or a letter within a few days or an email, and it'll say, okay, we have it temporarily. You're temporarily, it could be 6 months, it could be a year. It's not for life. So sometimes you have to go back in if you want to do this at a different time. It's a year or two later, you have to go back in. So those are the kind of things you do. Now you see how simple it is. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to repair your own credit, this is how you start. You got to lock these down first. Then you send in the dispute letters. All right? So hopefully that helps out a lot. And if you like the video, please hit the like button. Apparently the algorithm matters these days. And please like, subscribe, and click the bell below so you get the latest updates. And you know it's hard out here. What's about to happen to the American middle class and lower class is going to be unprecedented. 60, 70, 80, 90 million people are going to be out of work. Over 80,000 deaths are going to be attributed to COVID-19. And that means we are doing two things. We are losing people. And by losing people that are consumers, now the pool of consumers is being reduced, not only from death, but also because of unemployment and because of layoffs. So now, if you want to start something, again, I've been saying this for a year and a half, start something now. People are going to be desperately looking for help in all phases of life. So if you have any skill set, and even if you don't have a skill set, now is the time to figure out what products or services that you can sell to help people. And if you want to obtain a skill set, now is the time to study and get information so now you can be a better person so you can help consult other people. Life is an evolution. So with all that said, thank you again for watching. Thank you for listening. And please keep your head up. Keep moving. And I'm out.